the Wayward Knaves! Wayward Knaves! All you scallywags, rapscallions, and lowlifes. Welcome to the tabletop role-playing here with Daggerheart mashed up with Pirate Borg as we sail the seas of the... We don't know how many there are or what they're called yet, but we're making our way there. Yeah. Let's put that on the list, you guys. That you don't have to spend hope on that, but like, where are we? Like, wait, what is it?
The 1C.
The 1C, the many oceans. Okay, well, sure. We'll work on it. So.
No, I am, because this isn't my character for anyone that's joining us now.
Yeah. So on the last episode, we left on a bit of a cliffhanger, or a flush waterfall flusher? No, cliffhanger, yeah. As the players' characters were plunged through all kind of levels of the temple they've been exploring. I think Zabji in particular taking several brutal hits, being bashed by some supernatural entity they were fighting up through floor after stone floor of the rooms they had they had cleared up to this point, and Grit himself being bashed downward, plunged through the mud room they were in, through another stone ceiling into a lower chamber where he witnessed a room with a cacophony of toad croaks and of innumerable quantity. These toads were hopping all around, and in the distance, and he saw fighting through the water, now crashing down because of Zabji's experience. Now water's just everywhere. He sees the Coinpurrs, who they've been chasing this whole time, in mortal combat with the Swarm of Deadpoles, which had been prophesied and many foreshadowed up to this point, and in fact released by our very player characters at the session 1. So yes, like we said right before the session, we'll like slow it down here for a second before we ramp it back up. I was telling the players we were going to implement, well, I'm stealing it from Fallout, but apparently it's a Blades in the Dark thing also. We're going to start enabling the spending of hope to add details to previous session. So yeah, at the top of the session, we will do that. First of all, anybody want to add any like actual details that I'm forgetting? I'm sure I forgot a ton. And then on top of that, whatever you want to add. So y'all go ahead.
Shay, you remember we was fighting those mud monsters and they had a voice. I could not believe it. I mean, I just want to go back and listen and bask in that beautiful sonorous experience that we had. It was wonderful. Also, I'm Great Grumb. My voice changes pretty much every episode. But the detail I would like to add to the previous episode is that my voice has always sounded like this. And I'm sure that flavor is free. Yeah, no, I saw Mr. Coinpurrs getting assaulted by lots of frogs, and I said, let's get on down there. And so I dove down in and went down that hole.
Good.
And I like to say that I kind of got stuck in the hole a little bit, despite going into that room. Maybe my shoulders, like my head went through, my shoulders kind of stopped, and I looked around. So I tried to go back down, and the water pushing from up top just kept building in pressure until finally the hole ripped and widened. Grit just kind of shot down into the middle of the frogs, hopefully smashing up some of them as water kind of cascaded around like a dwarven rocky cannonball. Landed in their midst. For sure.
There were some final death croaks upon your ultimate smash, Grit smash.
So I'm not only have been covered in modest amounts of guano, still picking out some gold bits from my cracks a little bit.
Yep.
Mud. Lots of mud. And more mud. And then water. And now bits of toad. So, Grit's pretty much an ecosystem by himself. You could put me in a terrarium and come back in a few years, and everything would be thriving.
bit of a biohazard. That's the southern gentle dwarf.
Why I do declare that this is a wonderful day for this mint julep that I got over here. Wouldn't you say, Mr. West? Now come take a ride on my giant spider. Speaking of Alex, you do remind me of the gentleman in the Wild Wild West.
Oh wait, which? Oh!
Guy with the
I
giant
put it
feather.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Really hard. Oh.
So yeah, Zabji, anything I'm forgetting? Anything you want to add? Alex,
I would like to spin a hope, and if you're okay with it, add that I used my inspirational words to heal myself for a couple of healing points, as well as one for grit, because I just looked at my sheet and I'm pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am down 4 HP, so I will take one of those back. And maybe you... how did that happen, by the way?
for sure.
So I would have, after we had killed the mud methods, I think like right as the last one kind of exploded, there would have just been like a ding, and he would have been like, "Oh, great timing, guys! Dark chocolate's done." And he would have popped out a little tray of brownies, served them all up, a la mode, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Which is it was a very confusing moment when you pulled muddy dark brownies out of your oven.
You know, some of it's, I figured, mud, fudge, dark chocolate. It just, I'm inspired by the atmosphere.
And I ate it so fast before it could start singing to me.
Good thing about being stoned, you can't burn your tongue.
Oh yeah. That's true. That's canon. Just my tongue is fireproof. That's why I like to imbibe a little bit of the, grains.
Burn this
See
down.
it sparking sometimes.
Yep. In fact, Grit takes a little. Well, where Grit's in the midst of cannonballing down into the room below, but yeah, in the flashback, healing an HP. Yeah, and hopefully my cannonball is damaging some of the frogs that we might be facing down here with Coinpurrs.
So yeah,
I will gladly eat my full hope that I have to do that.
yeah, that's an easy one. Just requesting the words of inspiration or whatever. Feel free to stretch the limits of what you may ask narrative wise. I know I just dropped it on you, so you weren't like prepared. So yeah, next time you guys, we'll see where this goes. This could be, I think it'd be cool. So we.
I spent 5 hope for a long rest.
no, that was not fun.
My Korean usage that's per long rest that I burned way back with the Necrotoad that I'm looking to refresh at some point. So.
Speaking of which, like, where's everybody's like stats wise, like HP, stress, armor slots? Where are we at? How are we feeling?
Stress, I'm okay at 0. I've healed a couple of HP, so I'm only down 2. But I've taken 4 armor slots as well.
I am at 1 stress, 2 armor used, 3 HP marked, and 5 hope.
Nice.
So I really should find something else to do with the hope so I could be 1, 2, 3, 4. But
Nice.
I'm waiting to eat another armor and then eat some hope so I can get the armor back. Do a little quid pro quo. That's
All
how
right.
you use that expression, right?
We'll jump back in. We jump back in. So, like I said before, you guys had worked your way through the jungles after being instructed by the Jalakunu to find your shipmates and get the hell off their island, and face some threats along the way, finally finding the temple after a spiritual psychedelic experience from the psychedelic macaw, restructuring the universe around you a little bit as you enter this temple and clear 3 of its rooms, battling the old croak finally as it delivered, curious riddles through song, making a mockery of its kind of the battle itself as it kind of played with you guys, taking full hits and being splattered all about while kind of toying with you the whole time. And before finally, bashing you up through the through this floor/ceilings of this place for Zabji before being snapped back down to level as Grit plunges into the hole that was made with him earlier. And as he does, like he said, it seemed to stop for a second, but the water was now just pouring in from the floor above. And I'm going to add that it was a dire crocodile that slipped through the hole and then fell directly on top of you, like pushing you through. And when it hit your backside, a new hole was created the size of the crocodile now. And that is when everything really went to shit. And so even if we didn't plan on jumping in, which I think everybody did, though, everything's going down. So, go ahead.
Maybe of note is that we also did acquire a crocodile jewel.
Yes, Zabji.
It seemed to repel them.
Zabji used his mage hand / mage tongue to snatch the I haven't named, we don't have a name yet, but the thing, it was a small amulet or carving shaped like the dire crocodile. And yeah, from one room prior, it seemed to move away from Zabji once Zabji acquired the figurine. There we go, the figurine. But Grit does not have this. But anyway, also gravity. So zoom, boom, crushes down as you guys are hurled into a new room. I'll bring it over there.
Meet again, my friend. And
yes.
Oh,
So, and then I'll pull up on the Discord the image of Coinpurrs fighting the swarm of Deadpoles in the corner over there. We'll have that up. So, yes, the final room of the temple, covered in toads everywhere, and this is gonna go pretty quickly. There's a lot happening. This is not a casual drop in. As you guys pile on top of each other. Yes, Grit, I'm going to say the force of you and the dire crocodile took out one of the swarms of toads, but there's also, and I know he'll have to move.
Been replaced by a dire crocodile.
Exactly. You have gained one dire crocodile, but again, everything's still in place with the or whatever. So let me get through this, and then there's going to be two that spill down in front of y'all, and then also the Mer-Ribbets. How come they don't? Pop up.
It's a full potty. Okay.
But now I don't see my ladies. Stand by. Going back to the room.
Shout out to oh gosh, who's the Mystery Science Theater people? Podcast. It's live.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they do they'll put on, they do a podcast of it, but they do, is it Riff Tracks?
Yeah.
They'll do a live version where you go see the movie and they'll do comments live. That's what it looks like this guy, the Necrotoad down at the bottom, is doing.
Oh, okay, got it.
Or he's making a reaction video.
Oh, I see him looking back at the camera, yeah. So, yes, everything spills from down below. Also, with all the mud, just envision this room line slowly. I mean, it's not like the whole floor fell down, so it's like it is kind of relatively slowly pouring in. So, but quickly, how many conflicting words can I say? Old croak. Old croak. Is anything called what I called it? Okay, no. Good. Why would it be? Let me go back to the. Sorry about that. Go back to the page. Copy paste. Oh, I deleted him. Good. Anyway, sorry. So, you are in a room of all these croakers. What do you do? What's your move?
I mean, I start swinging.
Yes.
And wishing I could be unstoppable. I don't think I got anything else to help at the moment other than just going at it. Yeah.
There we go.
The closest thing in my mud-covered maul can reach, which looks like a glass frog right there.
Okay. Yeah, Zabji, what's your move? What's your first move?
I am going to would you allow me to spend a hope and reach into my nomadic pack and pull out a container of oil?
Oh yeah. No. You should have that. The cook should have that.
So I'm gonna pull out like a little small jug of oil, and I'd like to throw it to try to get like a couple of the swarm, like maybe throw it this direction.
Nice.
And just try to get it to sort of spread over the toads, and then I will use my tongs and throw some sparks from my oven and try to set it on fire.
Hell yeah. Yes. Yeah, you guys roll for it. Grit, what are you aiming for?
You know what? I was thinking fish lady, but the crocodile right here, I'm a bigger fish to fry. So I'm gonna fry some crocodile.
Yeah, let me explain better too. Also, as the Mer-Ribbets, we'll say she falls right on you, one of them, and it does hurt for a second, but you can tell that she's more frantic right now than you. She's not aggressive right now. She's more kind of panicking. And you look around, all the Mer-Ribbets are pretty much same boat as the dire crocodiles. Yeah, they're more gnarly. So, but as Zabji starts to make his, he's kind of positioned there in between you guys. As Zabji starts to reach for his flask and he throws it out there, the dire crocodile is slowly backing away. So you have that. So you see him, he snaps back to face you like they do, like, real quick, and then but as soon as he does, he's like face to face with Zabji, and immediately kind of starts still growling but backing away slowly.
That's right, I've got my jade action figure.
So go ahead.
Is the necrotoad? Do we see it? First of all,
Yes,
or is it a statue? Is it menacingly?
So yeah, the very familiar statue. It's the same statue from the beginning of the story, but imagine like 3 times the size. So if there was one that was about the size of like a real bear or at the first campsite, this one's something like way too big to be real.
Got it. And where's Coinpurrs? Or I guess that would really be the first. Oh, there's a little token there.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I feel like I'd charge towards Coinpurrs
Nice. Okay.
and try and insert myself, in the melee near him to
Yeah.
not as much protect, but assault whatever is attacking him.
Let's do.
Good.
We're gonna do an agility check to get past the swarm of frogs. If you're not trying to attack the frogs, you're just trying to go through them. Let's do an agility check.
Yeah. I will do a 2 with that.
And then Zabji can make. I guess. What would that be? Let me open up my character sheet.
A Molotov cocktail attack?
Right. Or if you're flavoring it if you want to do it a spell attack. Yeah, we'll just do that. Like whatever your prime
I'm just gonna use I can so Wild Flame is the spell that I'm using, and it can be 3 enemies within melee range, and I just accidentally closed roll 20, so let me open that back up again.
I'm gonna roll my agility charge on in here.
Normally it'd be, I guess, a finesse, but if you're doing a special bard thing, do that.
11 with hope.
11 with hope. Take your hope.
Woo.
So you do. So as Grit tries to trudge through the swarm of frogs, the first one, swarm of toads here, he is able to get maybe halfway through them, but while he does not take damage, he is temporarily caught up and unable to move past that first swarm as the others kind of move in to see what's going on. The Mer-Ribbet's still not posing any immediate threats. And then
Do it.
Zabji, go for it. Woo! Noise.
Okay.
You can do it, Zabji.
Big splash. So yeah, that definitely makes it. And we're gonna. Do they have a little?
Yeah, so it'll be 2d6 fire damage to 3 people.
Nice. 3 people. We'll give it. Let's see. This guy was backed up a little bit. I'm gonna say it landed like in the middle of these 2 swarms, and we'll give each swarm. Light them up. And where was there?
And distress, if you're going by the spell.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Well, where'd they go?
So 10 damage, or would I roll it for each target?
If you want, we can take it for both.
Okay, perfect.
Equal toads. Boy, do I wish I could find. Oh, that was at the first session. It's going to be closer to the. There we go. Okay. There we go.
There's
2,
Find it.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Stress 2. Cool. You said I mark a stress? The toads?
No, I do.
Okay, you got one. And then they got 10 damage for. Yep. For
Wait,
2.
they should, right? A flame erupts from your hand, deal 2d6 magic damage and a stress to any you succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I misread that.
Oh,
5,
shit.
6,
Craig,
1,
come on,
2.
Craig.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm looking at Discord.
It's late, but Craig.
You know, my grandpa used to say the best day to invite Craig bot was 5 years ago.
Now. Now recording. Thanks, Craig. Okay, we'll go back. Okay. Down.
Robots taking our jobs.
Wild flame. Okay, so stress, 1 stress, and that's 2 HP. All right, and they're on fire. Flaming toads. New hazards, flaming toads. And the dire crocodile, as he backs away from Zabji cautiously, now he's also avoiding flames as he scoots back. All right, and they're now aflame. Let me explain or describe. Coinpurrs in the throes. The air thick with mist and the deafening roar of the waterfall. Oh yeah, there's a waterfall. So there's in addition to the DIY waterfall that the old croak caused with Grit's face, there was an existing waterfall at the edge of the room by the Necrotoad statue, the second Necrotoad statue. The sound fills your ears. The ground slick with moisture, and now mud pouring in from above, making each step treacherous. And in the dim, watery light, you see a swarm of undead Deadpoles, their grotesque forms writhing and surging toward a small, fur-covered figure. Coinpurrs! The indomitable Vice Admiral is a blur of motion amidst the chaos. His fur stands on end, giving him an even more formidable appearance as he faces his onslaught. With a powerful leap, he pounces onto a cluster, and his claws slashing through their slimy bodies with precision and fury. And we'll say that Coinpurrs does a like amount of damage as Zabji just inflicted on the swarm of toads. Coinpurrs himself is thrashing through these Deadpoles that are trying to overtake him, and temporarily doing pretty okay. But we're gonna assume the other PCs would have done some stuff, and Turtell glowing might have come into place. But they're over there. Okay. So yeah, what do you guys do now?
That's in the background. The the upper left quadrant of this map.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're saying you take care of that, guys. We'll distract them.
Yep. Do the biggest animal you got, Turtle.
Yeah.
Turtell.
There we go.
We gonna get these fellas.
Let's see. I will. Let's see. Since Grit is now engaged with this one here, I will spark another flame towards this one and this one.
Nice.
And we will roll another wild flame.
Light him up. 16. Nice.
Nice.
That will do it. With fear.
That'll be 8.
With fear. Yes. Is that 2d6 from proficiency, or is that always 2d6?
I believe it's always 2d6.
Nice. It's nice for a free thing,
Right? Yeah.
It's
Comes with from my book of Tifer.
And they mark another stress.
Yes, they do.
Ooh. Toads.
Oh, you got that book out with the teefers hanging out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my Tifer's cookbook.
Oh.
So they burn. And the dire crocodiles, we're going to say Turtell transforms. What did he do? A coyote last time? Into the deadly coyote as it battles the dire crocodile here in the top corner. And Todd Marley unleashes his, rain of dagger or rain of blades on the second dire crocodile, keeping the additional swarms of toads away. And we'll say Turtell, just before he transforms, catches the eye of a Mer-Ribbet, a fair Mer-Ribbet, and they exchange a little look, and she winks and blows him a kiss as he goes in for battle. But yeah, that's it for them. And yeah, back to you guys. You get or I guess back to Grit. Did Grit do any? Go ahead.
Well, he rolled with fear, so I didn't know if you were taking over on the actions.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm tired of these gosh dang frogs in this gosh dang temple, so I'm gonna splat some frogs.
Well, I suppose I should attack, but go ahead.
Nah, you good.
I'll make up for it.
I don't know if I like that either. All right. Well, you see Grit starts trudging through, and he grabs that little powder horn that he grabbed off skeleton earlier, and just bites the little tip off of it, and just tips a little bit up into his mouth, and starts to kind of steam a little bit as he kind of crunches it in his mouth, and it's kind of like pop rocks, like he coming out. But of course, his tongue is fireproof, so he's good. And with that, I will mark a stress, so I can have advantage on my attack here and attack these frogs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I have a 3 with strength.
Woo!
That is a 20 with hope.
Very nice. Take that hope.
All right. I think that 5 on the. Oh, I'm full of hope. All right.
So yeah, we'll say you take out which swarm, the one you're on top of.
The one I'm caught in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would very much like to make that the forceful push attack. I'm sorry. Like I feel like any of my attacks are always going to be that unless I don't want to push something.
Fair enough.
But I'll spend the hope I just got to make them temporarily vulnerable if it does do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. That would make. I mean, this swarm. We'll say that
Maybe
you
try and like disperse them by smashing down really hard.
with the smash. We'll say you landed down with your foot. Also, it was just a power smash, and effectively that area of the swarm you just obliterated, and causing them to all pause their frogman karate for a second and hop back in fear as you come down with your grittiness.
That's right, Deadpoles. You get out of here. You don't think I didn't hear that? All right. Well, I want to roll damage because it's fun.
I mean, yeah.
16.
So that was
adding the D6 from the forceful push.
Nice. That would. I mean, 2d6. The 8 already happened, right?
8.
What was the 2d6?
Yes.
Oh, the 8. The 8 was from
my fire.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 16. Got it. Already marked the damage.
This is net new on this one, unless he
severe.
was able to fire those ones. Yeah.
So that was severe damage. Yeah. No, they. That was awesome. And we'll scoot them back just a hair, and you are no longer difficult terrain or whatever. You're no longer caught.
Nice. Can I move after, like, as part of my thing? Since I was stuck here.
Well, I'm going to spend some fear now because I should have spent it already.
I start to chug forward, and then
as you turn and pivot to head that way toward Coinpurrs, the 2 swarms that were still in your way live up to their namesake. That they both swarm, and they're gonna just a milieu of frogman karate rains down upon you, and we're gonna do some rolls. Let's do.
Say get Coinpurrs, we're coming.
Sure. All right, here we go. Roll. That's not what I want. That's cool. All right, I'm just gonna roll it. 20. Don't care. 20. What do we got? Nice. Okay. So
you got to beat my 8 evasion if you're trying to hit me.
I didn't even add modifier, so it's gonna be a plus 3 for that. So anyway. Yes, the first one comes down, and I forgot how to. There we go. Plus 3. The second swarm coming down for 11. Probably misses.
No, that hits me.
11? Nice.
Evasion values are kind of lower.
They're all over the place. Yeah. So the first one coming down, the swarm, and it's more of a kind of a death by 1,000 cuts situation. It's not like there's like one hit. It's a 1,000 tiny frog leg kicks coming from each side. Here we go. Let's roll some damage. The first wave of frogs kicking up against your face. Whoa, shit. 29 damage. Is the second swarm of frogs. Boom. 28. Jesus Christ.
Well, grit is no. I'm not dying here. Okay, so first off, 29. My severe threshold is 18, and my major is 8. So 20, and my armor is 6. So I'm going to eat. Let me do some math here in my head. 29 minus 6 will give me a 23, and then minus 6 will get me to 17, which would be a major. I really don't want to do.
Yes.
No, I'll take a major. I'll take 2 HP on that first hit. And when that happens, because I'm hit by an enemy in melee range, I will roll a number of d6s. So I will roll 2 d6s, and neither one of them works. So they pound me, and just my skin, because I have no armor, it is just my skin, starts just cracking just lightly all over the place, kind of like a spider web of cracks. and then bits of it start to kind of blast off a little bit. But the frogs it's like a rain of glass that they're just kind of ninjing their way through in a very Matrix way.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
So they are not affected by that one. Okay, for the first swarm, and I take 2 HP there. All right, and then I have 2 HP left. However, on this 28 here, I am going to use. Let's see, we'll bring it down to 22, and then to 16, and then to I can't math right now. 10. And then I will use 1 more armor slot to bring it down under 8. So that is potentially 1 HP, which this first D6 is to see if I even take it. All right, I do. And then the second one is to see if they get damaged, and they don't. The D6s hate me.
Shit.
I have one. I am full up on armor at this point, and
Yes.
so it's weird. You see Grit. There is like stony skin, or his skin is really shaly, but underneath it, it's not muscle. It's just like a deeper layer of skin, but it is really dark, like almost black, and it's being pounded and lumped all over as his exterior kind of comes out there. But now that I have only 1 hit point remaining, my armor score is doubled. So so now I have an armor of 12 at this point, if I have any armor slots to use.
Woo!
So yeah, that's me.
Great getting
taking no
pounded by
vengeance
the frogs
right now. Yeah.
and again, as Grit, so right after he bashed that first swarm and pushed them back, he did do damage, but it wasn't quite enough to bring them down to their to diminish their horde function. So they are going to attack Zabji as they swarm him, and for the same. So
I have to imagine I'm just kind of buried under 2 piles of frogs and
nice.
Zabji,
lucky. He has
watch out!
Amphibian luck.
Is he lucky? Does a 6 hit?
6 does not. I hop up over that frog.
That's right. They still recovering from getting bashed by Grit. They don't have their senses yet. The other flame toads, we're gonna just move them closer to you guys as they hop on fire. Gotta double it up here. Some of them start to mix in with the ones Grit's fighting here, but I will say everybody else is engaged in battle over there. The Mer-Ribbets, like a fish out of water, kind of drags herself away from the battle, closer to her Mer-Ribbet sister over here, trying to avoid any violence. And back to Coinpurrs as you Grit taking all this damage. You're
giving him lumps.
Yeah, like the final frog kick to your temple, it just hits. You start seeing stars, but through the stars, you can make out Coinpurrs still in battle. So as twisting, Coinpurrs leaps into the air, twisting mid-flight to avoid the snapping jaws of the Deadpoles. He lands gracefully on a moss-covered rock, his eyes narrowing as he assesses the swarm. But then, just as you, as you see that, a sudden surge of Deadpoles rushes towards him, their tails whipping frantically. Coinpurrs darts to the side, narrowly avoiding their grasp. With lightning-fast reflexes, he pounces again, this time landing amidst the heart of the swarm. His claws flash in the dim light, tearing through the undead creatures with deadly accuracy, but just as he seems to be making headway, he, on a mountaintop, is just taken over by the Deadpoles, and you see Coinpurrs' paw disappear amidst the violence in the chaos. So back to you guys. What are we doing?
I would like to immediately spend 3 hope to get 3 armor slots back.
Ooh, okay.
Which are now 12 armor. So hopefully we're gonna avoid this Last hit point being used. And then yeah, I don't hear no bell. You see Grit just is kind of half buried under toads. I mean, there's a lot of them, but they're just like swirling around. They're less like zombies piling on and more like ninjas, darting in and out. And he grabs the powder horn that it still has in his hand there, and just like bites the opening a little bit wider and just pours it down his gullet.
Yes.
And it kind of bears down and gulps real hard. And you see that he starts like, vibrating all over, and his skin kind of parts in places, and it's almost like a little volcano where you see this. It's not lava, but it's almost like mud, but really dark, ooze out, and then start to harden over parts of him as he's fueled by his kick there. Coinpurrs, we gonna get you. I'd love to try and knock some of these swarms out of the way, but also kill them. Which one looks to be, out of the three in my immediate vicinity, the least numerous, the one that would be that I could smash into?
Roll a d6.
I'd love to have whirlwind right now, but punishing me for that decision. Now I get a 5. Oh, thanks. Thanks, roll 20.
The one right here by the closest to the waterfall.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna try and smash that one, and then if I make myself a hole, move closer to Coinpurrs.
Nice.
I'll take another stress, and I'm gonna say I'm not on death's door, but I've got 6 out of 7 of my HP marked, and I just kind of got my little second wind here, but I really want to leverage my Doomseeker experience as well, since I am not backing down from this and trundling straight into these now 3 instead of 2 swarms and trying to get to Coinpurrs as well. So, and a stress to mark advantage. So I'm trying to boost all my rolls right now. So that's going to be my modifier is a 3 plus my experience is another 3. So I'm just going to make it a 6 here. 22 with hope.
Fuck yeah. 22
overkill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Roll damage, and then you successfully beat your way through.
Yes.
And are able. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just rolling my damage. So plus 3 plus 1d6 because it's a success with hope on a forceful push. A 19.
Woo!
Nice.
All right. Big numbers.
There's severes 10.
Okay.
2, 3. I said they already have 1. Okay, nice. As their numbers diminish, they have taken more than 2/3 of their frog swarm population, or whatever, as you bash through them, and either straight up dead or knocked out from the attack. And now it seems like their kicks they don't hurt as much. Even though there hadn't been like a mechanical attack, you're still getting, flavor wise, you're getting pelted this whole time, like a little bit.
The resistance is a little less.
Yes. You feel, you're like, they're not kicking so hard, and you're making through, and you're right up on this swarm. And it's like a, it says large, but we'll say maybe the size of kind of a very like a beast of burden amount of goo animals all swarming above this, and Coinpurrs' paw had just dipped below the surface of this, but you can still hear him in there.
And this looks like what came out of the Necrotoad before, right?
100%. Yeah, same thing.
All right. Got water ballooned.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, that's the action I'm taking here. Zabji, try not to get kicked too much.
I'm definitely going to try to avoid it. Is there... So, when we had previously encountered the Necrotoad, the statue... I remember the glowing thing came from it and hit Turtell. Is there anything on this statue that is active or glowing, like any runes or crystals or anything?
So...
You must have the brains.
Damn it. Yeah. As we're going to say, well, it's cool, but not because Jeremy's not here. So it's like, yes. Amidst the action, I kind of needed Jeremy to do stuff for it to like react. But you'll notice as Turtell was performing certain, whenever he would use his magic in the room during this fight, his glow would intensify, and yeah, after a certain, I'll just say because you asked, yes, you did. Zabji did notice that there was corresponding pulse intensification with the statue at the other end of the room every time Turtell would use his magic, basically. But no, there wasn't supposed to. He's not feeling any pain or anything. He hasn't complained about any other symptoms. He's other than this, all's well. It's just odd.
Okay,
up to this point.
And the glowing that's emitting from the statue, is it centered on like an object or something that it's holding, or is it just the entire statue is glowing?
There's no like a amulet or anything. It's kind of its eyes and mouth, which is open a little bit, and then its core are all kind of glowing, but there's not like a definitive source like any like that.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna set off another wild flame on the 3 sort of swarms that are on me.
Yeah. Yes. Flame on.
16 with hope.
Woo! Yeah, good.
And that's gonna be 7 points of damage. And
Nice.
a stress for all of them.
So they're out of stress. Hold on.
So that would
think
be
it's a
an
hit point.
extra hit point for you.
Yeah.
Right. As the flame intensifies on the ones that are already the first two swarms that you attacked, as you like what does that look like? Are you magically just like cranking it up?
So I think I say, you know what? Normally ovens don't have this, but mine is upgraded. It goes all the way to 11. And I crank the dial, and I kick open the door on it, and I just sort of like spin really fast so that like a sort of like wave of coals come out.
Oh my god. Yeah, perfect. As they just perfectly land too, as the swarm of toads using their frogman karate diving, kicking through the air, and just like pelted by these hot coals. Pew 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 pew. Perfectly. Wiping out the first 2, and boom, boom, and doing a ton of damage to the one that is on you. But how does that work though? If are you using the flame attack on the ones that you're kind of currently enveloped on? You know what? Make a let's have Zabji make an agility check to see how nimbly he can leap out of those flames he's making.
Can I spend a hope to add my hop to it experience?
Yeah, duh.
He said leap.
All right.
Spend a hope for hop.
Right. I hope to hop. 11.
So I mean, okay.
Reaction roll. It doesn't matter if it's fear or hope.
With fear, I know, right? But ooh.
Yeah.
So 11, usually 12. I like 12. 12's my guy. So you start to nimbly bounce out of there, but we're gonna say that the adjacent swarm of frogs next to you prevented the movement, and kind of as you were trying to just slip out of there, if it was just the one you were encountered with, it would have been fine, but you were blindsided on the back by this additional stuff. So you're stuck there. And we'll say the damage has not gotten to you yet, but you need to make certain moves to it so that it doesn't in the future, in like the near future. Grit.
Feels like the clock is ticking. Yes. Me. Okay. I mean, I want to reach in to where Coinpurrs just disappeared.
Yes.
I would like to try and gently, but quickly and probably pretty forcefully remove him from this this mass of poles. I don't feel good trying to smash it while he's inside it. Yeah.
As you attempt to penetrate the swarm of Deadpoles, go ahead.
What?
Try to make whatever you think.
Honestly, I mean, I think I'm trying to get in there strength-wise, like force my way in. I don't think I'm doing it daintily.
Strongly penetrate.
Yep, penetrate real. Yep,
forcefully.
Like the true peeker I am. But you know, I want to say I am. One of my experiences, I am one with the very small rocks. I spend a lot of time with small rocks, and these tadpoles just are bumping around like a lot of really small rocks, like a little mudslide or avalanche. So I would like to leverage that experience in whatever role I'm about to use here.
Make this. Yeah, that's fine. Make a strength. This is going to be a low AC anyway. All right, a low DC.
All right. Well, might as well not chance it. Chance, good cat name. All right, so strength plus my experience, that'll be 5. And a 15, a crit!
Whoa, crit!
Hey!
Shit!
Grit crit! How have I never said that before? Grit crit. Yeah, I like it.
Grit crit.
Take
grit
a
powder fist.
Stress. Yeah, do all that. Cool.
Plunges, but you were specific, though. You said you were just trying to plunge into the Swarm of Deadpoles, which... They are happy to receive you. I
mean, I'm plunging towards Coinpurrs. Like I had a target in mind.
You weren't like nosediving. You were like just punching through.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab the cat to get him out. Yeah, that is.
Got you.
Yeah. Out of the frying pan and into the proverbial deluge of mud and water and everything else that is coming out into this room. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even caught up with that. So
why did I say
by this point. That's like 4 rounds. So by this point, all of the water for sure has now made its way in here, and we're gonna say there's now like 5 feet of water as this round starts. So everyone's like neck deep as the mud continues to drip out, kind of like a very sloppy hourglass. It's coming in.
Mateys. I think we should be getting out of here.
Zabji notices the Mer-Ribbets are like 5% more comfortable now that they can try to swim a little bit, even though it's disgusting. There, you can see them taking wiping away bits of mud from their gill area up by their heads. Not comfortable. Yeah, and a crit. You plunge your hand into the swarm of Deadpoles, retrieving Coinpurrs. And with a crit, yes, Coinpurrs is alive and well. But you are now standing in the Deadpoles as they kind of go with him and now turn their attention toward everything in the vicinity. So you as well.
This is my end. This will be my redemption. You will live on and talk about it, won't you, Coinpurrs?
Wow.
That's right. As I kind of hold him up from the water and try and shelter him a little. Yeah.
Also wanted to add the old croak.
Deadpoles too. Yeah.
The old croak from the previous room, the guy you fought, has been continuing his song, and he'll pop up every now and then. He'll like we'll go back and say right before Zabji tossed his first flask of oil, he popped up right behind him and just like whispering in his ear or not whispering, just like singing full volume the same song he was singing before, and just like being a clown, and but not actively aggressive toward anybody. He hasn't like attacked anyone like he did before. And okay,
yeah.
we'll go back to Zabji.
Okay, so I am going to back up, hopefully out of the fire a little bit that is starting to kind of spread around me.
Okay. Well, let's say make an agility check to escape the double swarm there.
Yes. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
With
22
fear, I'll take the fear though.
I'll take the 22.
Yep. No, a success. Yeah. Without any harm. Yeah, you're able to bounce up out of there.
Perfect. So am I? Are there attacks of opportunity? Like if I rush to try to help Grit, are they gonna?
I'll say not with the ones you just escaped.
Okay.
If you're going to run through that,
I just want to like right here.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to here, and I just want to. I'm gonna do Wild Flame on these two to try to do some damage and hopefully, cut down the number of frogs that Grit has to wade through.
Perfect.
For those of you watching at home, Daggerheart does not natively have attacks of opportunity, but there are certain classes and monsters that would have it.
Also, I could say that yes, this one does. Yeah. With fear, 18 with fear. No, that for sure, that works.
7 points of damage
on the one. Actually, so the one to the south, I guess. Yeah. This one. That'll take that one out. Go ahead and describe, and then the other one takes some damage. But go ahead. And, what's that look like?
So I think a few of the frogs hop at me with their mouths open, and right at the last second, I just kind of turn and they jump right into the oven.
Yeah,
like frogs for dinner.
Oh my god! Yes,
I'll have that one for later.
And I'll make sure it's crispy for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got Coinpurrs. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Now that we have the cat, we should get out of here.
Yeah, I don't think we could go through the whole.
No, I kind of don't know which way to go now.
Well, there's water coming in.
I can swim, so I'm cool with this. I don't know about you.
I mean, I could totally swim. You know.
As you guys are discussing what to do, everyone make a Constitution. No, sorry, what's Constitution? Everyone make a 12
Constitution, but is it mental or physical, or is it like?
It's mental for sure.
That's probably
presence. We'll do presence.
Yeah.
Everyone make a DR12 presence check.
Force personality.
The swarm of Deadpoles unleashes a psionic reverberation throughout the room. It's not even.
Nice.
It's like you're already kind of deafened by all the croaks and the water and mud pouring in, all the chaos. But this kind of pierces through all that, and it's its own thing, shaking your brains. As what we got, 15.
Zabji, you didn't even need the crit. You have good presence.
I know.
Yeah, oh shit, a crit.
Yep.
So Zabji miraculously, nothing for him.
Yeah, that's all the great rolls I've had earlier.
Turns out to be technically you have to have something up here, guys.
And that will be. It's not that bad.
Are you making fun of the fact that I'm bald?
No, I'm making fun of the fact that I'm dumb.
Here we go.
It's all about what's in here, you know.
The Deadpool's on
my tongue
of corrupting energy for 9 necrotic damage.
I would like to spend an armor slot and reduce that to 0.
Yes, go do that.
Oh wait, no. I guess it's not 0. It's a minor. No, because 0 is nothing. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah.
0's nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
And that's it. Swarm of Deadpoles to finish. Okay. And okay. Yep. And sorry, you reached in, you got that attacked. Okay, we'll go back to Zabji. Or no.
Okay.
No, Grit. Yeah, Grit.
Okay. We want to go, but these Deadpoles are here too. I feel like they are going to be an issue. Hey, remember all the frogs from before on the island, and they went away when we killed the Necrotoad?
Yeah.
Well, I really don't want to try and smash a statue right now, but I bet these poles here could do some crushing, and I want to attack the tadpoles. Well, hold on. I'll look at Coinpurrs. Is he meowed at me like he's conscious, right? Like
Coinpurrs is furious.
Okay.
Like if you grabbed him by the scruff of his neck or whatever, he's not fighting you, but he is very much like let me at him energy.
I need 2 hands to use my warhammer, so I would like to try and set him somewhere where he's not in the Deadpoles, if that's possible.
He's like
let him fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will forceful push, smash at these Deadpoles. I'll take a stress here. Yeah. I'm gonna. Can I burn a hope to Doomseeker again? I'm diving in here and I'm living life on the edge.
It doesn't seem safe. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Advantage with a +6.
Shit, here we go.
Heyo, 21 with hope.
Nice.
Yeah, take it.
For sure.
Ping-ponging that hope around. Yeah. So it's a success with hope, so I'll take another D6 to the damage here. Plus D6. Oh, and then +3, so 17 damage.
Nice.
Because I forgot to add the 3 when I roll it.
Cool. They have a higher threshold. Nice. So yeah, and your forceful push, you were gonna try.
Yeah.
So I'll say it works, and is there damage with it?
Vulnerable, if I can.
Is there damage tied to the forceful push?
That was the extra D6 because it was a success with hope.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll see I'm assuming you have the same technique every time you do this. So you do what you do, and you see like the full damage goes through, and it's just like and some do indeed fly back, but it's like a few, like only as like the breadth of the bludgeoning instrument, like that's the amount that flew back. The rest of them are kind of still at your feet. So we'll call it that. I let it happen with the toads, but we're gonna give the Deadpoles a little more agility there.
Kind of like a ripple goes through it, and then when it gets to the end, it sucks back into itself.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. There you go.
I'm getting tired of these swarms and this mud and everything else I can't push around.
As it tit for tat comes back to, like you said, it fills in that vacuum, and you get whipped. Conversely to the Frogman Karate earlier, the legs. This time you're getting whipped with the tails of these things. It's a combination of bites and whips. So, so that's gonna come down. He goes for.
It's fun when you're looking up death moves.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that'll be yep. That's better than a natural.
So as it
I haven't crit on an attack, have I?
I don't think so.
No, okay. I forgot that when you crit on an attack, it's supposed to be like, all the damage.
Roll it. So as the whips and bites come at you, you get so overwhelmed. You take this amount of damage, but also mark a stress. As the Deadpoles, you feel just a certain like a chill go through as one of them bites through your skin, and we'll say coincidentally a whip a tail whip in the same spot. Just oh god, it's like hitting a special nerve. It runs down your spine. It's very unsettling.
All right. Yeah. I eat another armor slot to reduce that to 0. And I feel like as it gets into me, kind of just take a beat and have to like flutter my eyes and get back to it. That's it. That's all you got. I don't even know if you can hear me or understand me. But come on. Yeah.
Nice.
Really, come on, Zabji. We got to find a way out.
Is there an obvious exit from this room?
So,
That's a great question.
go ahead and are you
That's like asking if the door's unlocked after we spent 10 minutes trying to find a way to open it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a, I think, knowledge check. Let's see what Zabji. See what Zabji is comprehending about the room.
I could.
Crit! So, you understand everything. An exit. So, as the mud and grime and again, that guy's been singing the whole time, boiling mud, just cheesy the whole time. I should have brought him back.
He's here. I just heard him. That mud is boiling.
It is, and it has pretty much all run its course now. Zabji starts to feel a slight rumble under his feet, and the waterfall, which is at the other side of the room. If you guys had come in like the normal way, not been bashed, which again, that's my fault, I guess. It would have been clear that there is a source of water exiting the room. Otherwise, it would fill up. And but yeah, it was just it happened to be just bombarded since your entry, so you haven't noticed. But as kind of it reaches the apex of volume of all the muck and everything, you notice that there is actually a drain forming at the opposite end, and by now the duplicate Necrotoad statue is probably halfway filled with this mud that has now filled the room. You notice it starts to dissipate as a swirl, a whirlpool forms at the base of the Necrotoad at the exit of the room. So it's one of those things like we can't see the black hole, but we can see the stuff around it, so we know it's there. Kind of that situation. But yes, you see that.
Okay, so I'm going to move that direction then, and be like, "Grit, I think we gotta go this way. Come on, fellas!" and wave to the rest of the crew. As I walk by the Deadpoles, I'm just gonna chef knife them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Shink, 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 shink.
I like your swagger.
For sure.
15.
Yes. As
yeah, I would like to help, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Yeah.
No, go for so I'll add Coinpurrs attack to this also, which he guarantees to hit.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh, nice max damage. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, and I also have a small dagger, so that's +2 as well. So that'll be 20 damage.
Woo!
Oh,
I'm sorry, 18 damage.
I knew you was good at filleting.
Yeah. Zabji's mastery of the anatomy definitely comes into play as he expertly slices through, I don't know, we'll say like 4 of these oversized and now Zabji, now that you're close to it and in the original fight you did see them kind of wriggle off and you saw them, but now that you're face to face you see that they're like I don't know, like Wiener Schnitzel sized tadpoles. This is not right. These things should not exist. We
should have killed these things a long time ago.
They're getting bigger. And Coinpurrs at the same time, is slashing his way through it, and you see him like do the ragdoll thing. He's got one in his jaws before he pounces up at your last slash, and as he kind of runs up your arm and strategically grasps onto your shoulder, looking for the next enemy. But for now, you can tell like that, when he runs up on your shoulder, he's looking for he's safe now. He feels safe. Grit still in the clutches of these things. What's Grit's move?
Get out of. I'm getting out of their clutches by destroying their clutches. It's the same move that I made earlier. So I will eat another stress.
Yeah.
And I have 5 out of 6 stress marked at this point. But it's okay. We're doing great. This is great. And then I'll use my experience. So this will be a +6. Bada boom! A 22 with fear.
Yeah, you guys are beating the shit out of these guys.
Yeah, take your fear.
Go for us.
And so I don't do the D6 damage.
Okay.
So that doesn't do anything extra there, but I will do 2d12 +3. 7. Oh, nice. Not great. I'm nowhere near surgical. I'm just a blunt force object going at these things. Yeah.
Still though. It's enough to definitely free yourself. Like, yes. You take care of all the Deadpoles that are in your immediate vicinity. There's still about half of the quantity of them still flailing around and aggressively making their way toward you. But their numbers are down. And as Zabji makes his way toward that the whirlpool, and Grit simultaneously frees himself from the Deadpoles, everyone starts to notice this is a thing now. Everyone is pulled toward the Necrotoad, toward the whirlpool, as like everything around you, the bad guys, good guys, everyone. The Mer-Ribbets start to sing in harmony as they kind of a worrisome shanty. Oh no, oh no, oh no, as they all get flushed down. So everybody in the room starts to make its way there as that's it. Everybody's flushed out. Everybody. It was a calamitous event as you guys are at the front of this though. We're not going to do any rolls for it because it's just like such a force to get over there. But yes, Zabji with Coinpurrs on his shoulder. Let's get out of here. We exit out of this visual. Take us back to this thing. Grit right behind him. Freshly, not looking great. Pretty beat to shit. As you make your way down to your second tunnel, being flushed out of somewhere. And everybody behind you. So as this happens, it is just the soundtrack is just pure chaos. There are the singing Mer-Ribbets. There isn't much air in this chute that you're being kind of plunged out of. It's mostly water, but enough for you to not drown as you're and every time you do hear something, it's just either the pure loud sound of crashing through all this and things crashing down on you, and also a mixture of crocodiles roaring and Mer-Ribbets singing and the old croak doing his thing also. And and also the toads. So everything's flushed out this, and what seems that goes on for an eternity before I guess Zabji's in front. So Zabji, you see a light source start to before light source come out, and boom! Everyone is exploded, jettisoned out of a drain. Like a French drain, and shot out into what is at first you're flying, you're airborne, falling through the air, but you can breathe now. And this is the first gasps you take after being stuck in this kind of toilet system as you falling through the air, trying to get your bearings. Coinpurrs latching on very tight to Zabji's shoulders. Be sure to not get lost as you fall down into a lagoon. Splash, big splash into clear water. Now it's unlike what you were just in. But as soon as you land, not taking any damage, it's deep enough. You're still kind of maybe hitting the bottom of the plunge as you start to come back up to the surface. You see everything else behind you start plunking down randomly, and everyone needs to make an agility check to avoid. We're gonna see how badly we're injured by things falling.
I would like to use my spin to hope and use hop to it.
For sure, yes.
Things fall. Everybody, no.
Ooh, 20.
Everything.
An 11 with fear.
20 with hope, 11 with fear. So, Zabji, yes, using your frog kicks, you're able to quickly, once you kind of hit the apex of your descent, start to kick strongly, and Coinpurrs aids you morale-wise as you just are able to pretty quickly get out of there. Grit, as you take the cue and see Zabji kicking out there, you start to go too, but right as you do, a dire crocodile is going to fall on your head as you start to, and that is going to be
And a potted petunia. It's weird. Yeah.
Acme. Yes, very Acme. That's just going to be, will be nice. Let's just 1d6. There we go. For 2. 2 bludgeoning.
No. I used my last armor slot to reduce that to 0.
Holy
damage.
shit.
Can I use my inspirational words to heal a hit point?
Not yet. But yes, as soon as everything gets, so Grit, we'll say you take the damage. The roll wasn't too bad, so you are able to keep up with Zabji as he's swimming away. Putting a little bit of distance in between each of you, and then at this moment, Zabji, if you wanted to use that action, as you guys are swimming, there's not any go ahead, yeah.
All right, so then Zabji will pull out a little flask that he keeps tucked in. He's like, tomato soup.
Perfect.
And he passes it over to Grip.
Just Popeye it. Just yep.
Yeah.
Gone.
Healing with the tomato bisque. Let's see, or tomato basil. We'll go back to.
Is this cream of tomato?
Yeah, don't ask me how I creamed a tomato, but I managed it.
Can we clip that?
Don't ask me how we created tomato.
I got an American Pie moment there. Yeah.
All right. So we'll go back to the map, and one thing happens. As the guy, the PCs who aren't here, and we can flavor it as that's who fell on you. Turtell. Oh no, the shell. So as you're all kind of swimming away from the chaos, you are approached, and this time the Mer-Ribbets are in their turf, I guess, even though it's their surf. There is home surf for the Mer-Ribbets this time, versus the kind of compromised position they were in the land room where they couldn't swim. So they assist you to get away from all the chaos. While they do not speak common or whatever the shared language is for everyone here, Zabji especially, given their similar lineages, experiences almost empathic communication from them, saying that they're they were forced to be a nuisance, a menace in their previous state. They were prisoners, and that's why they didn't really actively fight you, but they were definitely causing some detriment to your progress. But now that they are free, because nobody laid a finger on them. This would have changed if anyone had attacked them. This would be different right now. But everyone was relatively nice to them. So the underwater, as Zabji's kicking away and everything, only Zabji really gets the gist, but it happens to everybody. So there's 4 Mer-Ribbets, 4 players. Zabji, she comes up to you, and underwater, very much like in Hook with the mermaids and Robin Williams, he gets the kiss. She comes up and she gives you a big fat kiss underwater, and after that, you get this strange sense that your lungs are just filled with double the amount of oxygen they could have done earlier, as she winks at you underwater and kind of pushes off your chest as she goes back into the depths, and everyone kind of shares this experience. Everyone has a similar experience. So the benefits of this will be, if people didn't already have a swimming speed, they have one. If they, whatever your current breath holding limit is, I know in 5e it's like what, 1 plus your con modifier or whatever. So that's doubled. So your swim speed is doubled, and your duration you can hold breath underwater is doubled.
Cool.
But
I'm already amphibious.
Yeah.
So my swim speed's just doubled. Yeah.
Yes, it doubled. Yeah. So if you already had 30, it's like 60 now. Yeah, for sure. Rocket. But so everybody gets this, and yay, it's awesome. But you now have Merpes.
That's better than scale bees.
Exactly. I was gonna say, but like, who doesn't? in this
Chances are they'll never flare up, and we'll never even know it's a problem.
Exactly. Like, it's Merpes. It's not the it's not the end of the world.
It's just super obvious on Grit because it's like scales instead of like fish scales instead of rock. It's like glaringly obvious.
I read a stat somewhere like 70% of the sailors on the Osmo have Merpes.
Oh, there it is. It's more of a rite of passage than anything.
Grit fully lets this Merfrog carry him, and he's just very out of it and chugging down tomato paste.
Yes.
Zabji, I did not realize you were this strong in the water. Oh, you shouldn't have.
I'm usually pretty good in the water, but after that, I feel like better, even like quicker, more.
Why do I hear you over there when you're carrying me? This is strange. This would be the light playing tricks on my eyes after we got out of there.
I think that's just the concussion.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I took a lot of headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, do I see any of those tadpoles left anywhere?
Good call. So you guys make a present, or no, an instinct roll. Let's see what we see in the sea.
That's a 0. A 3. Fear.
Woo!
Grit pulls out his pistol that he has had, a little black powder pistol, a flavored hand crossbow, and starts kind of waving around. Where those little poles at? I'm gonna blow them out. And Grit is notoriously inaccurate and very bad with any sort of firearm. As he just wildly waving this thing around. Yeah.
Yeah, and a nearby starfish panics as the weapon is aimed. Oh God! So Grit, nothing immediately for Grit. We're gonna say the waves now. are a little bit choppy where you are. It's not so smooth. You can tell in the distance there is a lagoon and more smooth waters, but you're kind of mid open sea, mid, kind of that halfway point right now. And you don't see anything past that. You do see the kind of the residual shoot of stuff coming out of the hole from the plumbing, as it were. And sure enough, that last crocodile shoots through, thump, and goes through, and you can tell the mud is kind of slowing down at this point, just blip, 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 sputtering out before eventually settling down, kind of back into what was probably there originally. It's just like a kind of a steady water flow from the waterfall that was in that room. Zabji, on the other hand, as Grit's kind of getting his bearings over there, definitely concussed. Zabji notices. Oh shoot! What do you notice? What does Zabji notice? Let's gonna say a marine reptile. What is it?
An eel?
Okay, an eel makes its way toward you, and at first, there's two side by side making their way, and at first you think one darts off to the side in response to Grit's kind of swinging around, and that one responds and swims away. The second one that was kind of fixed on you starts to swim off reflexively or instinctively, and then it seizes underwater for a second, and it starts to contort its body in a strange way, and the eel surfaces, and as it makes almost like a hissing noise, and then right behind the eel, Zabji notices there's Deadpoles behind the eel, and they're kind of fanning out, and they're spreading and going each which direction, and you notice the eel it's the top of its head splits open, and there's a brain revealed. It's like open to the ocean and the air as a secondary. So the eel already has a tail, but a secondary, like almost like a scorpion tail, pierces its way through the back of the eel's body, creating like this weird, like I said, a scorpion effect. But it's obvious that it's been taken over by a Deadpool, this eel, and it hisses at you again before fleeing the opposite direction. So
Yeah, so I'm definitely shouting that out to everybody. And yeah, I think we need to get the heck out of this water.
Yeah. To finally start to come to a little bit and start realizing I'm floating a little bit better than I used to. Maybe. And it's still kind of half woozily start swimming. But even with half effort, it's faster than I used to swim before. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Must be a current around here pushing us along.
Doggy paddle, Grit. Doggy paddle. That's it.
What? Yeah. And Grit actually does a butterfly. That's how he swims. On his back. So he can't see where he's going, but he keeps continuously like moving backwards. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. We just started watching Road to El Dorado, and that one scene where they're both rowing, but you're going in the opposite or whatever, the same direction. They're spinning. Anyway, yeah. So
butterfly, whatever the like, it's like butterfly, but you're on your back and like you're looking.
Yeah, backstroke.
Backstroke. Yeah, not butterfly. Yeah. Backstroke. Yeah. Great does backstroke. Yeah. But definitely can't see where he's going. Yeah.
Which way are we headed? There's the same like islet you just got shot out of, or there's moving forward to where the lagoon is, the calmer waters.
I will Since I do not see where I'm going, I will let Zabji or Coinpurrs take the lead.
I think we're going for like not the island we were on, but the next closest land.
Like there. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
We'd be heading for like this peninsula. But yeah.
Because that's the direction we got shot out to anyway.
Right.
And then we know the boat is somewhere over here, correct?
Yeah,
But
Zabji, when he was
saw it, didn't you?
Yeah,
I got shot into the air.
Where the just the art map?
Okay.
Sorry, we're on the map where the artistic ship is. We're gonna say that's like actually where the Don Qui was spotted with Zabji. So
It was there all along.
Then yeah, I think I say once we're on the beach here, I kind of orient myself and say, "All right, I think the ship is that way. I really just want to go to bed."
Yeah, I say we find some place to shake off a little. And Coinpurrs, you probably need a little shut eye too. You ate a lot, and then you made it all the way down there to where the frogs were. It took us all together to get down there, so I don't even know how you got past the skeletons and the merfrogs and the crocodilians and the everything. Yeah.
I mean, that's why he's in charge of the away team.
Yeah. Yep. For real.
You just start slicking his paws.
Yeah, when we wake up, you need to tell us where Karnath went. Yeah.
Karnath, yes.
We lost him. I'm sorry, did you just say that, Coinpurrs? he just speaks.
Oh, we're looking for Karnath. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, right this way. No, he's no Karnath.
Packs up a hairball. Yeah.
And
I shout into the woods, Jalakunu, I know you there. we went out the Necrotoad Temple. There's more poles around, so if you see them, you should squash them. And then
be careful.
And we're gonna try and take a nap. So if you could squash any that might be coming up on us here, we really appreciate it. Flutter the bushes and the trees if you're listening.
Yeah, I know. You're looking for some kind of response. It's just just seems like the breeze is just moving the leaves around.
It's like oh, maybe that was them out of the woods.
All right,
we'll say try and find a place to. I do. Oh no! Shoot! Wrong character. The one of the backgrounds gives you advantage on like finding places to hide too.
Ooh, okay.
That is not great. That's not me. But I can navigate my harsh environments and use my survival knowledge with Ridgeborn. So I basically want to just find like a kind of sheltered or secluded place to hole up.
Yeah. From the time we entered the temple, several hours have passed. We're gonna say like the majority of the day has passed, and toward the end of the day, you guys got shot out. And as you, just enough light though to make out everything, you could see the Deadpoles escaping. And one more detail about that: they were fanning out kind of every direction. Some were heading inland, some were heading out to open sea. It's literally all directions. But no sign of the dire crocodiles. But yeah, as
come back to bite us later, but nothing we can do about it right now.
we'll say it's like a daunting experience, even just so after just this battle after battle. This is not an easy swim to make it to the beach of the lagoon. So, but you do make it. But it takes even with your upgraded enhanced swim speed, it's just from the sheer distance of it going toward here. And you reach about just as the sun's going down. And where you do make landfall, we're going to say this is not the lagoon itself that you saw. That's going to be where the marker is on the map. But you were able to make it to land, and you now have a small beach that you have, and it's approaching nighttime.
Yeah, looking for any spot that's a little bit, at least in the trees or up off the beach.
Yeah, I think we probably want to try to get away from the water because of the creepy things in it.
Yeah. So
All right. Yeah, you guys roll for instinct. Let's see what we turn up here on the beach.
all right. Can I grab advantage from steady? Is that relevant?
Steady?
That's my Ridgeborn. It's steady. It's the
yeah.
For the community. Yeah.
Or difficult areas. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a 0 anyway. So
15 with fear. Nice.
sorry, advantage. Badoop. 12 with hope.
Take the hope. Yeah, good. After searching around,
I use 3 hope and gain armor slots back immediately. Just realize there's more powder left at the bottom of the horn, and just
you tapping the bottom. God,
Yep.
come on.
look at use my finger like getting it out of the inside there. Yeah.
So yeah, Zabji. After looking around for a minute, you do see an adequate enough that this appears to be a secluded beach on this island. There are sheer cliffs either way you try to go. So like at the perimeter. So like where the beach meets the water, where the beach ends, that's where the cliff starts. So to leave the area it would require like going back into the water and swimming around, unless there's some way to scale the sheer cliffs. But as far as going deep away from the water, we'll say maybe max 50 feet from where the water breaks. But there is dense jungle enough and like foothill boulders or whatever that have fallen over time at the base of there to create not a cave, but definitely large mounds where you would you wouldn't be on the ground if you wanted to stay here and patch wounds for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we'll take it.
Not to force a rest. You guys are free to.
No,
I'm
I want one time.
pretty sure Grit is hanging on by a thread,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty beat up.
I'm like looking at my options, like, okay, well, I can clear 2 out of 3 of these. So which one am I wanting to do here? Yeah.
All right. So yeah, all 4 of you, I guess, because Turtell's there, or 5 because Coinpurrs and Todd and you guys. Definitely cautiously but adequately set up makeshift camp at the top of these boulders, base of these cliffs, and not even, you don't have to roll for it, but being pretty alert this whole time. You have noticed some commotion out there, but there's nothing immediate. There's nothing pointed. It's been kind of random out there on the waves. So yeah, you seems safe. But yeah, we'll go ahead and go for a long rest. We'll have our first or second long rest.
First
long rest.
I guess if we woke up at the end of one, yeah,
That's true. So yeah, first in-game long rest. Nice.
I would like to mark my last stress before we rest to think back to when we left our first campfire, and as we were, after we fought the Necrotoad and we're rolling away, I found a like half empty bottle of rum that still had a little bit of juice left in it. And I will produce that for us to at least take a little of the edge off, and then I called it either Turtell, or Todd to say, when do y'all take the first watch, and then just slump back and start snoring ridiculously loud. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Because there's only 2 of you guys actually here. We'll hand wave the hex crawl nighttime fun shenanigans. But with more people, we'll sure.
Yeah.
And if but you guys earned that long rest. That was a long haul.
I would like to use the $10 wounds to get rid of all my marked hit points and the clear all stress downtime actions on a long rest.
Woo.
So,
I'm going to tend all wounds and repair my armor. Or really, my Zabji's armor is really just like a really thick butcher's apron.
Nice.
take some. Well, we didn't really fight things with thick skin, did we? Frogs are
Right.
not very sturdy. Yeah.
Canning necrotoad hide.
Yeah. But Grit definitely he looks more hale, even though his kind of rocky not an exo, but his outer layer of skin that's pretty hard is still like patchwork at best. He looks mentally recovered somewhat. And then physically underneath, pretty stout. So, yeah. And of course, we pile up all the gold and count it, and make sure.
Oh yeah.
We got a good bit there. I almost, part of me wants to bury this. I feel like I should. Like there's just some compulsion. It says I've got a load of gold. I need to like put it in the ground so that nobody else gets it.
It's a classic pirate move.
Yeah.
I do, and maybe we draw like a map and we put like
Turtle's got the map. We got the map right here. We just put another thing on it. Yeah.
Exactly. We make our own symbol.
Yeah. But wait, hold up. What about the Jalakunu? I bet they're watching. They can't know where our treasure is.
True.
Yeah. Maybe we hold on to it till we find the crew. And then we bury it. So we don't have to share.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Anyway, you see are those Grit looks out into the water, and there's a kind of almost like a jellyfish near the surface, but it's really, instead of being smooth on top, it's it almost looks like kind of like cloudy instead around it, like it has like a little bit of stuff, and almost like fibrous, almost like woolly. And he looks out and he peers and he goes, "Is that one of them Wolverines?" Oh, I hope them Deadpoles don't get that Wolverine out there.
Oh my god, Wolverine!
Yeah, that could be bad news, Oh, sorry, I just have been sitting on that for a long time and waiting for the sun to come up to spot a Wolverine.
It could affect a billion. Billions.
Yeah. I had to stretch for that so hard.
No, it works.
You got that. Hey,
Canonic.
Yeah.
They had how it existed. When he asked you for the eel or the reptile, I was like,
you know what?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
when we said Deadpool earlier, I had immediately started thinking like, how can I make a Wolverine reference? And then it slipped my mind when I panicked on marine animal.
Yeah.
A fish.
Yeah.
Polar bear. Oh,
They swim.
Wooler. No. Yeah.
All right. So Wolverines and eels.
Yep.
Actually, what is it? Ealigator. Daggerheart has Ealigator, but then Pirateborg has
terrifying.
The Eldritch Eel.
That also sounds terrifying.
I like Eldritch Eel. That is like the body of an eel, but its tail is just a mass of octopus tentacles.
Oh,
nice. That'd be cool.
Very Cthulhu.
Like an eelithid.
Yeah.
Eelithid.
Oh, I had a phase where I illithided up everything. I think I have an illigator around somewhere.
Yeah. Alligator? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You get a brain bug. You get a brain bug. You get a brain bug.
You got tadpoled. You got tadpoled. Yeah. Lots of brain
But-
sucking.
But yeah, speaking of tadpoles, so that was if you hadn't, so I'm there is a kind of a story, but there's a lot of improv happening in this story, and I'm taking a lot of cues from you guys, and it's kind of building itself. So going back to where we determined that we were animal activists, but not very good at it. I was like, well, there's the campaign. So the Deadpoles have now been unleashed to the world.
Man.
So there's the problem.
Did the eel's brain? Did the Deadpole cause that to happen, or
Yeah,
is
no,
it because it's
it
an
there was
eldritch
a Deadpool
eel
inside.
that was part of its shtick? Oh, okay.
No. That was that was
Yeah.
the other one. The healthy one just
Yeah.
flew, swam away.
Yeah.
And the other one contorted and transformed to this grotesque thing.
Got it. All right.
And then he was
Yeah,
he
that's
looked at the camera and he was like, "I'll be back," and then he darted off.
Necro teal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying. We'll get there.
the necromasses.
They need a some sort of like, you know, if we find something that's been necro-toted, it's gotta have a name.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I
think
was
about
fully
that, yeah.
prepared. I have made a decision for grit, by the way. Yeah. When it comes up, grit will never take the avoid death move.
Nice.
Which for just a reminder, there are 3 options when you run out of HP. You can avoid death, which is roll your hope die. If its value's equal to or under your level, you gain a scar.
Yeah.
Which really, at level 1 or 2, that feels... You have to roll pretty low on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You also drop unconscious. You avoid death. You avoid death and face the consequences. Roll your hope die. If its value is equal to or under your level, you gain it's the scar. That's due to the scar. So you always avoid death. You might get a scar. Risk it all.
Well,
Roll your
scar's
duality
cool.
dice if the hope's higher. Stay on your feet and clear hit points. If you crit, clear stress and hit points. If
Yep.
you don't roll your hope higher or crit, you die.
You die.
Or Blaze of Glory. You embrace death and go out in a Blaze of Glory. You take 1 action, which becomes an
Crit.
automatic crit. Then you die. So
Then you die.
I will not take the avoid death action. We'll see about the others, because Grid is seeking his doom. Yeah.
Nice.
So that feels right.
That does.
But I kind of like the 1 HP double armor. Like, it's risky, but getting way better value out of that. And then even if I do take damage, I've got like the D6s hate me, but a 1 in 3 shot of not taking it. So yeah.
It's still cool.
Yeah.
Have you used all the features yet?
Yeah. So this is the first time I've used Sturdy, which I think comes from Dwarf. With the 1 hit point remaining, your armor score is doubled. And then Thick Skin, I think I pulled from Orc. I don't know what that one comes from, but yeah. Orc. No, Orc has Sturdy. I think something else has Thick Skin. I don't remember which. But yeah,
And
I've
Zabji,
used everything now. Oh yeah, Dwarfs have
Alex,
Thick Skin. Yeah.
how many, or how deep have you gotten into Zabji's features? Like, have you used a lot?
I have. I'm definitely getting the spells a little bit more. But like his tongue, I gotta bump his finesse a little bit to start using it. Because right now I've only got the +1, but I think the next level we get, I'm probably gonna bump that as one of my things. And then the amphibian thing started to come up now, so we can start leaning into that. I think now that we're around the water, it's going to start to come up.
Cool. Everybody feeling good?
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel good. I do feel like I wasted my unstoppable like way back fighting the Necrotoad, but I also thought I might actually die with the curse. So,
Yeah, that was the thing. There was a countdown. So,
Yeah. And then bare bones, as far as the domain goes, which is you don't have armor, so your armor score is 4 plus your level. It does feel it's passive. Like I like the flavor of being unarmored and it being my skin and all that, but it means I have one less like choice to make, regarding having stuff to do. So I don't know how I feel about that one. It definitely would probably be better, especially at higher levels where you get plus your level, to it. But as an early pick, I might not recommend it.
Yeah. Well, cool. Since it's it's 11:20. We made it.
Yeah.
We're gonna open up next session much less dramatically than like in the middle of a avalanche. This will be awakening the next morning after surviving all that, and then kind of planning what's our next move. So, I think pretty safely, like Zabji said, we're gonna move toward the ship eventually, but we'll try to figure out how we're gonna do that next session. So,
I feel like there's two things that probably happen earlier rather than later is noticing Zabji's tattoo. And asking about that. And then also the crocodile stone that he has.
Yeah, little figurine.
Yep.
It's an action figure.
Yeah.
It's collectible.
Mint.
It's carved, but it moves somehow. Yeah.
On the back, there's a little button. Chopping action.
Yes. For the mouth. Or the tail whips or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the dinosaurs where there's a little button on the side, you pinch it and the mouth goes. Yeah. They're like 20 years old now. Yeah. 30 years old, I guess. Anyway. Awesome. Good time.
Cool. Well, thanks for playing, and thanks for dealing with the technical difficulties. There's always something new. Yay!
All right. Adios.
We'll see you all next time. Peace out. Next time, Wayward Knaves.
Yeah.